Hi guys, welcome back to your Not So Ordinary Scrapbook channel. I wasn't sure I was going to film a video today because I woke up with no voice. But as the day progressed, I kind of got some of my voice back. Um, I do have my cough drops here in case I need them. So um, I'm not really feeling too sick. I know that I feel kind of um ill, but not like, I don't know, not like so ill that I can't do something. So I'm just gonna put December on here with the sticker just to finish that off. Um, if you hear music in the background, Ethan is sick too. So he didn't go to work today. And he's playing video games in his room, and I think he's playing music too. So if you hear it in the background, that's what you're hearing. I hope this, whatever it is that I have, and he has, he basically has whatever similar, his illness is similar to mine, whatever it is. It's not, I don't think that it's anything serious. It's just, my sore throat is pretty much gone. Just more congestion and, like last night I felt like I had a scratchy throat. So, like overnight, and like today I have a little bit of a cough, not bad, and then you know cough drops are helping, and then I didn't have a voice when I woke up. Ethan has a voice. He's doing okay. Neither one of us are like really sick. We're just kind of, it's just a cold, I'm sure. So, and part of it might be like for me especially, like whenever I'm like unloading a lot of stress or whatever, like I did the past couple days, it like runs my immunity down, and I don't know why that is. But I know the last time I was sick was when, like, right around the trial, like, excuse me, for Esmeralda, and it was like, and I noticed I got sick then, and that was like a very stressful time. So, so yeah. Continuing on with the December daily, I did write down like 13 songs that I like. Probably my favorite one of all of these is Mistletoe. It's a really cute, catchy song. You guys all probably know it. It. I think it came out like a year or two ago, and it's just really cute. And I just like that one a lot. Probably the classic song. Well, my favorite classic song has always been "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." That's just since I was a child. That's been like my favorite Christmas song. But I also like "Oh Holy Night" just because it's such a beautiful, heartfelt song that I really like. So, there's a eclectic like combination of both classic and modern songs and stuff that I wrote down. So, so the page today that I'm going to work on is going to be probably should I do journaling, or should I maybe finishing Esmeralda's stocking? Maybe I'll do that. I'll do that this day. And then I have a Christmas card that I got from a friend. and I will probably put a couple embellishments on there if I can. And then I'll probably cover this side with something just so it's not like the back of the card. So I try to incorporate like whatever pages I add and like decorate them to match. So what am I gonna use with this? Maybe I can put a little card with it or something. But, so today is kind of just a quiet day. I don't know how much I'm going to get accomplished. I do have to work later tonight, but only for a few hours, so it's not going to be too bad. Ethan tends to be, he doesn't call in sick a lot. I think since he's worked this job, he's only called in sick twice. And he was legitimately sick on those. But he kind of is like a typical 18-year-old, like a little bit of cold and he'll call in sick. I'm not the type of person that does that. Even though, like, I can recall, like, working at the school when I worked outside the home, and you know, you want to be careful when you're around little kids, but I still didn't call off. I rarely called off just because my job was so important that it was like I had to have a sub, like, to take my place. We couldn't run the classroom with just one teacher. We needed two by law, so it was a lot more difficult, you know, in my position. So this says holiday playlist. I could have used that, but that's okay. The ones that I don't use for this December daily, I save year to year, so it's not like anything is going to not get used. I could do this to do this week, because I know, like, finishing the stockings was like part of it, decorating the house, which I really did not decorate the house this year. No, like I normally do. I usually decorate the kitchen. I did very little decorating on the piano this year up front. I just was not into it. Maybe I can use this too, because that matches the the past couple of years have just been really, really tough around the holidays, partially due to my friend's husband's suicide. That I will never understand. I mean, I understand after talking to her about the situation after she, you know, I didn't ask her any questions, like, at all well, I didn't ask her. I still have not asked her any questions. This is her thing. Like, when she feels like she wants to talk about it, I'm there to listen. I never wanted to be the type of friend who pried into, like, things. And, I just wanted her to know that I'm there for her and I care. And this year, she's really made a lot of progress. in healing with her grief this year. And we got together in late November, and we had lunch and we went shopping together and stuff. And I understand a whole lot more about the reason why he did it. It's very unfortunate when your career causes so much stress in your life that you feel like you don't want to live anymore. And that's basically what it was. It didn't have anything to do with their family or their family life, or it just was his, and someone else in the same company, in his department, actually committed suicide 2 weeks before him. So it was like, obviously he knew this man, and it was, too much for him to, like, the stress was just ridiculous. My friend said that she ended up writing the corporate office about their head manager, and telling them that this is a little bit too loud. Ethan, just a second. I'm gonna have to tell him to turn it down just a tad, because rock music is fine, heavy metal is fine. He loves heavy metal, but oh, he did turn it down. He must have heard me. Thank goodness. Sometimes it gets to be like too much. So, but she did write the corporate office and complain about this manager, and the manager has since retired. So it was something they should have looked into and kept note of, because both of these men had sought out professional help, for their stress, and that did not even help the situation. There was a lot of like sabotage going on in the company, and this manager, at the hands of the manager. I think the manager probably felt like it was a woman, and if she probably felt like she could have, or that she, her job was most important, and she just wanted to place the blame on other people. And she didn't really care what she didn't really care, about the other people's lives, or what kind of stress she was projecting on them. And she probably retired, I'm guessing. And my friend that I was talking to, we both guessed that she retired because she was afraid she was going to get in trouble. But you never know. You just never know about people. But, she lost her husband, and he was her best friend. And, he felt like he couldn't talk to her about what was going on. It was causing mental and physical disability, the excessive stress. And that's just when your career gets to that point where you just can't, you feel like you don't want to live anymore. That's so horrible. No career is worth that. But I also understand that, he had worked, that he was close to retirement himself, and so it's like his retirement fund was, all was at risk. I mean, if he lost his job, he would have never gotten his retirement fund. It's just sad all the way around. Just not right. Careers shouldn't do that to people. It's not worth it. Especially when your job is making you so sick that you are unable to complete the daily, you can't function in your job anymore due to the stress of the situation. I like this. I think I want to put this on here too. Okay. Now I just need a mat for the photo. I have all the embellishments. I don't even know why I was telling you guys that. I just lost my train of thought. I don't know why I told you guys that. I had a reason why I was telling you guys that, and I'm not sure what it is now. Gotta love heavy metal. I'm not even kidding. His best friend plays heavy metal guitar, and their whole family is heavily into heavy metal. And I can stand it for a little while, but I have never been one who really appreciated it. There are some songs that I like. I mean, I don't hate every heavy metal band. It's just this headbanging music is a little bit more than what I can handle. Not that it wasn't like from my era. I mean, most of the guys I went to high school with, and not really the guys I dated, though. I don't recall ever dating any guys that were into heavy metal. Coincidentally. Of course, I never really dated all that many guys. But most of them were into, like, pop. Like, just, like, mainstream pop music. And Joe was more, my first husband was into like Boston and the old, like the 70s song, like the 70s bands, and none of them were really heavy metal. I remember he liked Boston, Pink Floyd, various others. He had an eclectic taste in music. Scott has been 100% country since the day I met him. He's always been. In fact, our wedding was country themed. Our cake top had like a cowboy hat and like a girl with a lasso, like around the guy or something. I don't remember exactly. Or that guy had a lasso around the girl on the cake top, and then like he didn't wear a cowboy hat to get married, but like all the music and everything in our wedding, like even the guy that our friend that sang at our wedding, he only sang country songs. So it was very much a country themed wedding. Because I had been married before, I let Scott pretty much plan the wedding since Scott hadn't been married before. So I was like, this is your day to shine, not mine. you know, I've done this before, and so I kind of let him play in everything, and I didn't know anybody in the area anyways at that time, because I'd only lived in the area for about well, let's see, I moved here in January of 1996, and then I met him in June of 1996. We started dating in July of 1996, and we were engaged in October of 1996. We were married in February of 1997. So, like, I hadn't even been here for a year. It just all happened very, very fast. To the point where the teacher that I worked with, she was like, she actually asked me, she's like, why do you want to marry this guy? I mean, I know this guy. Like, I've met him. Like, why? I'm just curious why you chose him, you know? And I'm like, because I love him, you know? And I'm like, and I tried to explain to her that I wanted to find someone who was like the polar opposite of my first husband. I didn't want someone who was like, I didn't think that he would ever cheat on me. I was like, I want someone who is like faithful and who will treat me like a queen and all this stuff. And back then Scott did, you know. I didn't want to be treated like Joe treated me, or like, you know, the whole situation behind, you know, what happened. I didn't want that. I was looking for something completely different. And I thought that that's, you know, Scott would give me that. But the thing is when you meet someone, you know, and you don't know them very well, and you assume like things about them as truth, and you know, you really don't know someone after enough, you know, after 4 months, or even like start to finish, from the time we dated to the time we got married was like 6 or 7 months. It's like, there's no way I could have known him, like, you know, well enough to get married. I thought so at the time, you know. I just didn't. I had hoped, I thought, you know, this guy is like, I didn't realize at the time that when he was flirting with me and he was like telling me all these things, that he did that to a lot of women. It wasn't me, like, so much as it was like he acted that way to all women. And had I known that at the time, I would have probably made different decisions. But I was naive, and I was here alone. I didn't know anybody. And I was like, I was lonely. You know, I had a friend. I had made a friend, my friend Angie. She lived very close to me. You know, I had met her, and her son was just about the same age as Matt. And so I was like, we became fast friends. But I didn't know her very well either at the time. It was like, I was by myself, and I was longing for like someone to cling to. It just, you know, hindsight is 2020 in life, and sometimes you just like don't always make the wisest decisions. And that's kind of what happened to me in this situation. Do I regret it? No, because I have Hunter and Ethan, and I wouldn't have them right now if it wasn't for that. So I don't regret it. I don't regret, you know, I wouldn't have Esmeralda. You know, I wouldn't go back and change it now because because of, you know, that's just the way, the direction my life went. But, you know, at the age that I am now, I kind of think about that, and I'm like, and I've learned, you know, since then, not to make rash decisions, or not to, you know, I guess I've learned to sit on things for quite a while. Maybe too long. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if the heavy metal that he's listening to is part of the game that he's playing, or if it's because it seems to like come and go, so it might just be part of the game that he's playing. He's been playing this new game that Hunter got him for Christmas lately. It's kind of like it seems like he's hunting like these creatures that are like dinosaurs. It's probably a newer game. Because if I remember right, Hunter said that like it was difficult to find the game because it's like one of a more popular one this season. So it's probably a newer one. So today is the day. I'm going to put that there and then stick it like partially under the stocking. This is just like a tag that I made from a magazine page. So this morning when Scott was still home, we were watching Criminal Minds while we were drinking our coffee. And you know how your phone kind of listens to you? Like, whatever you're doing, it kind of like, it's like it's listening to you. Well, like, something popped up on, like, I was, like, scrolling through Facebook or whatever, and something popped up about Criminal Minds, like, the truth behind Criminal Minds or whatever. So I was, like, reading it, and it was about the actors and all this stuff, and, like, why certain characters, like, left the show or they were fired or whatever. And it was pretty interesting. Normally I don't like it when Facebook does that though, because I get a ton of advertisements. Like, if I'm talking to someone about something, you know, boom, it ends up on Facebook. You know, like an advertisement. Oh, you want this? Here, buy this. It's very invasive, to be honest. And that's one thing that I don't like about Facebook, is like it's predominantly ads. More so than it is I appreciate when I get to see like my friends' pictures or like or what they're doing, like what recipes they've tried, or like family photos or whatever. And that's how I keep in touch with my family, because none of my family lives around here. So that's the only way that I can see like Like Audrey, my great niece Audrey's first birthday was last week. You know, my brother-in-law is battling cancer. You know, my sister and her husband, my sister Ann and her husband live in Arizona. Mom and Dad have recently been visiting Matt and Yessie. And my other two little nieces, my brother's two daughters, because they live out west. And it's like, so like, that's the only way that I can see that kind of stuff, is by going on Facebook. But what do I want to use here? But the advertisements I could like totally do without. It seems like it's getting worse and worse every year. Like, I don't remember when I signed up for Facebook. I think I signed up in 2008. And honestly, I had no intention of signing up for it. It was my friend Angela who convinced me to sign up for it. She was like, oh, do you have Facebook? And I'm like, no, what is it? You know, and she's like, it's like MySpace. And I'm like, oh, I have no plans to ever sign up for anything like that. And she's like, oh, no, it's different. Everyone in the church has it and all this stuff. And, you know, it's different and all this stuff. And I'm like, and she's like, it's a way we can keep in touch and we can send fun stuff. And so, you know, she actually hooked me up with it. She was here and she helped me sign up for it or make an account or whatever, because I had no idea how to do that. And so I did, and but back then it seems like most of it was, you know, your friends or people you knew and all that stuff. And then it just like has progressively gotten worse over the years. And it seems like during like the political seasons, like everything is about politics. I don't think it's as bad as it once was. There was a time like that it got really, really ugly. Now it's like battling like people. Like yesterday and this morning, I noticed that I had friend requests from people I didn't know, and I just delete them. I don't even look at them. If I don't know you in person, I'm not friending you. So I just automatically delete it. Okay, I think I need a cough drop. So I have Christmas is all in the heart, which I thought was like pretty. This seems crooked to me. I don't want to rip the picture though. I'm like so nervous about this. And I have to pull something up. I think that's straighter. Well, it's gonna have to stay like that because. Okay. Let me get a cough drop. So I have Christmas is all in the heart, which one thing that I really love about to do every Christmas is like to make something, you know, even if it is like embellishing a stocking. I did start this last year. I like had ESM like already started. And I didn't finish it because like I wanted to have it done by Christmas just in case we were going to get to see her last year. We didn't, and when I found out we didn't, I kind of just stopped and didn't finish it. And then I finished it this year because I was pretty sure we were going to get to see her by Christmas. As it happened, we got to see her right after Christmas. So this is her stocking, and then I wanted to make it more girly, so I put like that fluffy trim, scrapbooking trim down here. I sewed it down, and then like these areas so the reindeer looks like a little girl. So okay, so I think I'm just gonna write that for journaling as like one of my favorite parts about Christmas. Things about the Christmas season. Is creating new decor items and handmade gifts. I love making handmade gifts for other people. I actually love receiving handmade gifts from other people too. That's like my favorite gift. Like when my mom makes like an assortment of jams, that's like my favorite gift that she could ever give me is like stuff that she's made. And it's something I can enjoy like throughout the year. Or when she makes her salsa or her just, you know, every year for my birthday she generally makes a cheesecake or whatever, but my mom is very thoughtful in making like homemade stuff. And when I was a kid she used to like hand sew some of our clothes. She doesn't do that anymore. Occasionally she'll make something for the grandchildren. Not very often. I do like this year. What did I make this year? I knit a hat for my great niece Audrey. So I did that. This little white beanie with a like a and then I like bought the fur pom pom and I sewed it on there. What else did I make? Well, I embellished the stocking, and then Kaysen's, I embroidered Kaysen on his and Yesenia's. Yesenia never had her name on her stocking. I also did hers. And crafty wise, like really I really didn't do all that much this year. I think the only gift that I made was Audrey's. I don't recall making any other gifts handmade. For the tree, I strung popcorn and I made these like orange slices, dried like dehydrated orange slices, and then like tied twine to it. I didn't make a Christmas wreath this year. Yeah, I think that's it. I really didn't do that much this year, but I did enough. I mean, that's part of the fun of the holidays for me when you're a crafty person is like making stuff. But one of my favorite things is to receive as a gift is handmade stuff too. Every once in a while our friends will bake us something and drop it off at the house. Particular friends, like one of our friends, he's a bread baker. In the past he's like dropped off a loaf of bread. Our neighbor across the street generally sends over cookies. The Kreiders, they usually send over some cookies or goodies or something like that. Angela, her husband generally makes beef jerky, and she's given us beef jerky before, or homemade cappuccino mix. My friend Michelle has made friendship tea for me before. So those are like my favorite, most special gifts. They're like handmade gifts. So here there's not really a lot of room. I'm just gonna put here, I finished Esme's stocking. I'm just gonna put December 3rd on here because that's about when I finished it. I don't remember. It didn't take me that long to like embroider this and then like sew this trim on at all. It took, I think I was done with the whole thing like in one afternoon. So okay, so that one's done. And then this one, this is just a card that I got from a friend. So I'm thinking that I just want to embellish it a little bit. I kind of want to put this reindeer actually like right here because the stocking is a reindeer. So I think I'm going to, if I can get it straight. There. This, what can I put here? I put this heart like this. So just to like embellish it just a tad bit. So I think I'm gonna put this up here. It's like label. I want to be able to open the card because she wrote something really nice inside. So I'm gonna put that there. And then maybe some enamel dots. Kind of like, I really like pink with red. I always think that looks really nice. Again, sorry for the music. I really think it's his game that's doing that, but because it's like starting and stopping. But I think that's good enough. Just those three little things there. So we got that. That's done. Now on the back of this, I do want to do something on the back of this. I do have this throwaway stuff. I don't necessarily have to put a picture on the back of this. I could just like put a card. So I'm thinking that might be what I want to do. So I'm thinking I want to use this, but I'm going to cut this off. Must be playing some game that's like got driving because I can hear a car. I didn't make him do school today because he didn't feel good, but kind of drives me crazy when they're too sick for school, but they can play video games. Of course, he is, like lounging in bed doing it, but still, it's like. I'm gonna pick my battles, and he's very agreeable and he's very sweet. He is such a sweet boy. I could not ask for all of my boys are very, very sweet and very thoughtful. I've been very, very lucky in that area. Matt is extremely sensitive and very thoughtful. Hunter is too. Hunter is very, he wants to see the best in people. And he just believes that people are good in his heart. And that has been really hard for him to learn that not everybody is good. And, but he's still like, he deeply cares for people. Ethan Ethan is a treasure. He just is so precious. The more I've seen it so much more since he's become an adult and he's gotten a job. He just is growing up into just the most amazing young man. He, you know, Kaysen's birthday party, for one thing, Hunter and Jordan have been struggling with, you know, their budget recently because, like, he's having child support payments for Esme taken out of his check, so he's getting, you know, paid less. And you know, and they have a family to support. And what card do I want to use? And Ethan, like, out of the blue, just was like, he offered to pay for the Kaysen's birthday party. And that was, like, so kind of him to do. You know, he lives at home. He doesn't have a car yet. He saves most of his money. He doesn't have a girlfriend or anything. So, like, he likes to spend his money on those he loves. And it's just so sweet. Like, some of the gestures that he does. Like, today, he knew I didn't feel good. And, well, last night, he came home early from work. And this is how I know that he's really not feeling good, is because I never told him that I didn't feel good. I was starting to feel ill yesterday. And I heard him come in at around, oh, it must have been about 7 o'clock last night. And he came in, I was in the living room working, and he came in and he's like, and I said, oh, what you doing home? And he goes, I don't feel good. I took half a day. And I said, oh, okay. I said, I don't feel good either. I said, I have a sore throat and I'm not feeling good. I said, is that how you're feeling? And he said, yes. He goes, he goes, I'm coming down with something. So he goes, do we have any, like, Dayquil or anything like that? And I said, I don't think so. I think we're completely out. And he goes, well, I'm going to take a nap. He goes, I really feel awful. And I'm like, okay. So, I said, I'll have Dad pick some up in the morning, some medicine up in the morning. Because Scott doesn't get home until after, like, everything's closed. So, so Scott got home and I said, tomorrow morning, can you pick up, like, some medicine? Ethan's not feeling good too. And he said, yeah. And, I like that. It's really cute. And then I'll just cut off part of that. So Scott ran to the store this morning and got some stuff. He got Dayquil and NyQuil, which I don't particularly like that. It always gives me really weird dreams. Like, I have the most bizarre dreams when I take, like, some cough syrup before bed. I don't know why. Like, nightmare dreams. That's the kind of dreams I have when and I always tell Scott, like, in the morning, I'll be like, oh my gosh, my dream. And he's like, you need to stay off the cough medicine. And I'm like, every time. I'm like, the cough medicine does that to me. But, he also picked me up some cough drops. But, Ethan knew that I didn't feel good, and he told me, he goes, Mom, I ordered Domino's for us for lunch, so you don't have to make lunch. And I said, oh, that was sweet of you. So Domino's delivered lunch for us. And he ordered my favorite thing. Pizza is not my favorite thing at Domino's. It's the cinnamon sticks. I have a thing about the cinnamon sticks. I love them so much. Probably too much. I only had one though today. So. But I could just eat cinnamon sticks. No frosting, just the cinnamon sticks. I also like their cheesy bread too. Or cheese sticks or whatever. But the pizza is, yeah, it's okay. How am I going to cut this? I'm going to turn off the bottom. Did I get that? I think I did. I don't know where that little piece went though. There it is. Okay, so I have Joy and I have this, and then I just need like some card. These are like the cutest embellishments I've ever seen. They're so stinking cute. All this little ephemera. What company is this? What was it? I have to look in the trash. I'm not exactly sure. I know I just cut off the top of the card. Went with it. Now my nose is starting to run. That is not a good combination. I think it's Echo Park. Oh, yeah. No, it's Fancy Pants. Cozy Christmas ephemera pack. It's got like snow globes and these little woodland creatures, which are so cute. So and stars and just really, it's really a cute ephemera pack. Okay, so now I'm just trying to find like a card. Maybe I'll do currently during the holidays. That would be cute, wouldn't it? So I would have to cut off just a little bit. But I'm wondering if that would cover up like part of that. I might do that on a different day. I want something that's got like a prompt on it. Maybe favorite apps. That would be cute. I don't normally have like favorite apps that I use during the holidays, other than like Amazon, Amazon Music to listen to music, YouTube. I love that. So I suppose there's like, yeah, I think that'll work because I want this like reindeer's antler to go over top of it and not cover anything like writing or anything. So I think I'm gonna just glue this down. He's definitely playing a game where there's car wrecks because I can hear crashing. All right, there we go. Now I think I'm gonna staple this corner here with my tiny attachers. Oops, I'm out of staples. Where are all my staples? I'm gonna have to grab some staples. I probably left my adhesive out, imagine. What are you staple refills? Oh, forget it. I'll do that later. I'll do that part later. I know they're around here somewhere. So I'm not even gonna sweat it right now. I'm gonna put a little staple there, just so you know. Okay, so to journal on this page, I'm gonna put 12, 3, and then underneath I'm gonna put like Amazon was probably my number 1. Amazon shopping. Because I order a lot of gifts off of Amazon Prime. Amazon shopping, Amazon Music, because that's what I listen to my Christmas music on. What else? YouTube. I'm just gonna put YouTube Vlogmas because that's probably what I watch the most at Christmas time. Patreon. Subscription. What's the other one? Not really sure. Oh, probably. I didn't have Instagram over Christmas, but I have recently resubscribed to it. Just because there's a lot of like scrapbooky stuff on there. I haven't posted anything in like 2 years on there. Maybe eBay. I do order some gifts off of eBay. Okay. So that's good. Like, shows a record of like, I don't play games on my phone. I don't really do anything on my phone other than like pay bills. I pay bills on my phone. My credit card apps are on my phone. I check my mail on my phone. My email. What else do I do on my phone? I mean, I use my phone. I text on my phone. I use Messenger, Facebook. I suppose I could have put Facebook, but like I said, I've been trying to stay away from Facebook as much as possible. Even over the holidays, I got so like monotonous that I would like delete the app off of my phone because it was just getting, it's very distracting, especially if you're working and like your phone dings and it's like, oh, I should check that. Oh, what if it's an emergency? Oh, you know, and it's just like it gets monotonous, and you find that you're checking, you know, Facebook or Messenger, like my kids, well, Hunter texts, Jordan only uses Messenger, Gabby only uses Messenger, Yessie only uses Messenger, Matt will text. So like certain people in the family only use Messenger. And so it's like ding, 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 ding. And it's constantly, it's a distraction. So if I delete it off my phone, then I'm not distracted because my phone doesn't ding. I mean, I guess I could set my settings so like I'm not alerted every time, but it's just highly distracting. But especially around the holidays when it was like finals week and all that stuff, I had to stay focused and everything. So, okay, so I think that's it for today. I did this one with Esme stocking, the card. I kind of embellished the card a little bit, and then I just did like this journaling one. There's not a whole ton here. I might actually put a couple stars here. Just to like bring it this way a little bit. If I could find, here's a star. Oh, no. I have to take these all out again. Here's a star. Here's some really cute ones. And there's a little black one. There. Put this all back in here. The only complaint I have with ephemera is like some of the pieces are so tiny that they like fall off your desk onto the floor. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna attach those and that'll just make it like more balanced, so there's not so much white space there. And then tomorrow I'll start on this. I'm actually very proud of myself for keeping up with this every day. I want to get this done, but I don't want to overwhelm myself where I'm doing like 10 pages, you know, a day, and it's like overwhelming. I find that that happens toward the end, like of my December daily. Like it's not fun anymore, and I'm like at the point where I just want to get it done. And so I'll do like pages and pages in a day, and I'll be so sick of it. Like by the time I'm done with my December daily, I'm like, I don't want to look at Christmas pictures. So I'm trying to take it slow this year and just do a couple pages at a time, and you know, just take it slow, and whenever I get done with it, I get done with it, and then I can start on a new project. But I will take you along with me. Hopefully you're enjoying these videos. It sounds like some of you are, so or some of you are finding them helpful, and I do like that. You know, I like to hear that, like when I create, you know, pages, that people are enjoying the content that I'm providing to them, because I am a teacher at heart. So I do like to, you know, teach. Whether it's, you know, teaching children or teaching adults, it doesn't matter. The only problem that I think I'm going to run into, that I'm already noticing, is these are not going to be big enough. I'm going to have to search my stash for larger rings. because I can already see that it's bowing, like, and so this is going to be a much wider album, so I need to look at my stash for the next size up. And then, like, at the end, it, you know, I'm just kind of like, when I create my albums, I kind of note like how wide it's getting, and like if it's bowing up, because I don't want that. I don't want my album to be like bowing really wide when I'm done. So I increase in size of rings as I go, and I can see now that I need to do that before tomorrow's video. Is I need to I have all different sizes of these, so I'm not really concerned about it, but I'm gonna have to switch out rings. So I thank you all for watching, and I will see you back here tomorrow with the next video. Bye.